First stock up, Thomas Booker. No, I'm joking.
That's
Although
pretty
the
good.
stock is up. Yeah, I know. Just trying to have some fun, loosen up. Jalen Hurts. And look, I get it. This
off
goes
the board,
into
off the board that this would be your first stock up. But I honestly, I do not,
yeah.
I do not disparage you. I think it is very reasonable.
No, exactly. And I did, in all earnestness, I put thought into what we were saying on yesterday's show. And I think there is a medium between talking about or focusing on Jalen Carter, focusing on Thomas Booker. And I'm saying that was leading with Jalen Hurts here. And I need to point it out because how much time did we devote in the spring to the summer with questions about Jalen Hurts, right? So if you were selling Jalen Hurts stock in the spring, you probably could buy it at a better price before training camp. And that stock's appreciated during the first week here. I think he's looked good. He hasn't thrown an interception yet. The ball is not touching the ground that often, although a little more in yesterday's practice. I think he looks quicker than he did a year ago. Clearly, he was playing with a knee injury a year ago. But
I noticed a little bit of a hitch in his step yesterday, like just a little bit slower yesterday than he was at the start of camp.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I've been kind of talking on the aggregate, but that is something I will be paying attention to. And then the reality is, for all that we've broken down about the team, we all said the big part of this season is going to be how Jalen Hurts takes to Kellen Moore's offense, right? And I get a control setting is only showing you so much. And when you're facing against a defense that has a game plan specifically geared toward you, a lot could change. But through 5 practices, I think his stock is up. And this is probably a hold. I don't know if I would buy more stock of him right now, but I think whatever shares you own, hold it, take some dividends on it, treat it like 3-4 years from now, you'll be in good spot. Compound interest, right?
You can't just throw out vocab terms and pretend like it means something.
I'm not throwing. No, compound interest means that it's. You know what compound interest means, right?
Yeah,
so,
I know what it means. It doesn't really apply here when I'm asking you to buy or sell, but
it absolutely applies here because, Bo, if you bought it at X, okay, and now it's X plus Y, okay, and it increases 1.5% tomorrow. It's not increasing from S, it's increasing from X plus Y, compound interest, okay?
So you're saying you would buy? You think it's going to raise. His stock is going to continue to rise.
Yeah, but I'm saying I would hold the shares that you have and see it continue to grow. I wouldn't. No, because there are other players here who I'm like, buy more stock in them. Like really, but take this, buy more stock. I'm saying the Jalen Hurts stock, what you own is because you didn't buy it at like a bargain. We don't need to get it. Bottom line, you should feel good if you have Jalen Hurts stock, the appropriate amount. You have the appropriate amount.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's no doubt that we were, I think, concerned is too strong, but it was very much on our radar that Jalen Hurts did not look super awesome in the spring. So there was a big question about what he was going to look in camp. He started camp looking awesome. Those first 3 practices were like dynamic. Everything was the ball was coming out on time. Everything was accurate. He was making the right reads. I think the last couple days have been a little bit slower just because the offensive line has not really held up a little bit, but he has seemed to react to that well. And so, yeah, importantly, he has looked good and better than he did in the spring. NASDAQ closing time, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Opening bell.
We all silly like the mayor.